Streaming now, this is the Wood TV Live Desk.
And good afternoon, everyone. Phil Pinarski here with the News 8 Live Desk. Hope you're all having a great day so far. All day Thursday, News 8 is bringing you coverage on youth homelessness and homelessness in general all across West Michigan and how the community is working to help those in need, especially during the holiday season. And that's why we are now being joined by Stacy DeTina over at Covenant House. Stacy, thank you so much for being here today. We really do appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you, Phil, and thank you for having us.
Of course, and again, I do want to remind everybody that this is a full day of coverage. We have stories that will be in all of our newscasts later on today, as well as over on our website. You can find full stories there, including a few that are up there right now. But Stacy, kind of wanted to talk about Covenant House before we get started, because it is an organization that we have done a few stories with you guys in the past, but some people may be unfamiliar with the work that you guys do or what you guys are working to try to accomplish. So I'm going to let you kind of explain what exactly Covenant House is all about.
Thank you. Yeah, so Covenant House is really designed, it's an organization, nonprofit. We're designed really to help youth that are experiencing homelessness between the ages of 18 and 24. So it tends to be a population, a group that kind of gets left behind. So what we do here at Covenant House, and here in Michigan, we have both our Grand Rapids campus, we have a campus in Detroit as well, and here in Grand Rapids, we are looking to really surround youth that is coming into our campus. We're providing everything that they possibly need, be it help with finding a job, help with obtaining vital documents, help with housing, and we're just providing all of those wraparound services in step with a lot of other organizations in our community that are kind of helping and pitching in as well. And so our goal is just to end homelessness as we know it and just provide grace and love and support to the youth that need it most in the most vulnerable community.
I think one thing that is also important to maybe discuss is what exactly homelessness looks like here in Grand Rapids and really across West Michigan. I think this is a topic that a lot of people recognize is important and should be paying a lot of attention to, but maybe aren't fully able to understand what exactly is going on, or maybe are looking to help but don't know where to start because it's just something that they don't necessarily know a whole lot about. So to you guys over at Covenant House, how would you sort of explain what's going on regarding homelessness here in Grand Rapids?
A while back when our community saw a really huge just surge in people moving to Grand Rapids, that really has impacted a lot of the housing challenges that we're experiencing today. So there just aren't as many resources, there aren't as many available, affordable housing for individuals. And so we're finding that there is a huge uptake in not only young people, but even families experiencing homelessness. And so for us, our youth, it's really hard to tell if a youth is homeless. They tend to look just like any other young person. They're potentially working, they're couch surfing, so they're staying at someone's house, different homes every day. And so it looks a little different than some of the other individuals that you might come across, driving down the streets of Grand Rapids, the individuals that are standing outside or they're congregating in parks. So very different in how that looks, but the challenge is the same, and that's to be able to provide safety, warm spaces, especially now. I mean, the weather today just is an indicator of what's to come here in West Michigan. And so creating those safe, warm spaces for individuals to stay and being able to source that affordable housing for them as well.
And I think one thing that I really wanted to reemphasize, as you touched on, was maybe the lack of resources or things that everybody who is experiencing homelessness can kind of take advantage of it. And the county itself has started a 100 in 100 initiative to find housing for 100 unhoused individuals in 100 days. And as of last week, they said that they have already found housing for 28 people, with 52 others being processed at this time. When you see that the county is also looking to help and kind of stepping up to, again, help you guys, what you guys have been doing at Covenant House. I mean, what does that mean to you to know that you do have kind of a backing, or at least the county is realizing that this is a need that needs to be addressed?
Well, I think it's so incredible that it's definitely not lost. It's not lost on city officials and leaders in our community. They understand and they really are being solutions oriented. They want to find ways to really impact those numbers and reduce those numbers. I'm not involved in the 100 and 100 per se, but I've been following it very closely. And it's just amazing what they are doing for that program. I believe is more geared to chronically homeless individuals and just really getting people off the street. I know in previous roles that I've held, a high population of unhoused individuals is actually the elderly. So you have the youth on one end of the spectrum, and then you have much older adults that are also experiencing in that homelessness. So, just being displaced. So it's just tremendous that we live in a community that really is trying to promote systemic change and coming up with solutions for that.
And of course, awareness is one of those key things that you guys at Covenant House have been working. I know when we were able to speak at Art Prize, and some of the things that those living at Covenant House or those that work with Covenant House were able to put together, awareness really was that key. They wanted to make sure that people in the Grand Rapids community knew that they were out in the city and that they were there, and that this is something that also needs to be addressed and also kind of learn about. And so you guys have also set up a candlelight vigil event that is happening tonight, actually, that we will be covering, and is also part of our all-day coverage, and is designed to sort of raise awareness, I'm assuming. What really is sort of the idea behind hosting this vigil, Stacy?
Yeah, Phil, that's absolutely, you're 100% right that it is about raising awareness. The other interesting thing to note that is happening today across all of North America, actually. So all the cities, different cities, 34 of them, in fact, in the United States, 5 different countries. So for Covenant House in particular, we have what is called a sleep out. It's an opportunity for individuals to give up their own warm, safe bed and experience just for a second what a homeless youth might experience on the daily. So, in kind of conjunction with that, we are having our first annual candlelight vigil. So from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, we will be standing here in Grand Rapids with our community and our youth. Our youth will actually be sharing their stories. And I mean, you want to talk about a front row seat to some of the most resilient, determined, hopeful individuals. It's just, it is blows me away every time. I have an opportunity to talk to our youth. So that'll be happening from 7 to 9. We'll be standing outside with our young people and lighting candles and praying over them with some really special music as well. And it's just our way of really recognizing the young people in our community. So November is also Youth Homelessness Awareness Month. So again, it just really seems like the perfect time to highlight some of the challenges our young people are facing, and a lot of people don't even realize.
I do want to remind everybody watching that we are going to be bringing you coverage of the Candlelight Vigil coming up tonight on all of our newscasts as well. And if you would like to know a little bit more information ahead of time, you can also find some information over on our website, woodtv.com, as well. And Stacey, you touched on it, that everything, this seems very appropriate timing to not only host the vigil, but have this full day of coverage and kind of just bringing more and more awareness to it. But it's also around the time, the season of giving. It's the holiday season also approaching. I know there's a lot of people that want to help out as much as they can. What is sort of the best way? What would you tell people would be the best way for them to help out in any way that they can, especially during, as I mentioned, the season of giving?
I love that question, Phil. And I just have to say that I've been so grateful. We've had so many new volunteers and new donors really step in and say, how can I help? So really, no help is too small. We are always in need of volunteers. One of the things we really want to do this year is provide experiences to our young people. So being able to, take them ice skating at Rosa Parks Circle. So, having a donor step in and provide, some monetary gift that we can do those kinds of things. And then also with our young people, we want to make sure that the holiday season that they recognize and they know how much they are loved and valued and how important they are to us. And so every single young person who stays with us gets a brand new coat, new gloves, new hat, new boots. And we try to kind of include in there a couple things that they might personally love or have a strong interest in. And so, calling us, asking, we have an Amazon wish list that's online. I got to create it, which is amazing because I love to shop. So I got to search for all of the awesome things that our young people are asking for, and that's a great way. But certainly calling. I love, love, love when people come into our campus and I'm able to show them around and show them the great work that's being done here. So, certainly don't hesitate to reach out. We need as much support as possible for our young people.
Absolutely. Stacy, really appreciate you taking time out of your day, giving us a lot of helpful tips and bringing, again, awareness to the cause and everything that Covenant House is working on. I do want to remind everybody that if you would like to know a little bit more information on Covenant House, on our day of coverage, just head on over to woodtv.com. You're going to find everything you need to know there. Stacy, one last time, thank you so much for being here today. We really do appreciate it.
Phil, we are so grateful for the coverage that Wood 8 TV 8 has provided today. It means the absolute world to us, so thank you.
Of course, absolutely. And I want to thank everybody else for tuning into this latest edition of the News 8 Live Desk. I'm Phil Pinarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.